And we're live.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to another episode of TDP Reacts.
Come on.
The little show in between the show as we vibe on the show. You know what I'm saying?
On the show.
On the show.
Tuesdays. Every single Tuesday. We coming back to you live. I think you were supposed to drop the news. I think we had some.
Yeah, breaking news. So breaking news, right? So let's start off with the first
press.
Story. Hot off the press. What do you say? Oh wait, Kato.
You tell me. You talking about
I'll wait for you to do the Bam Adibayo.
Something about Bam Adibayo. I don't know.
You was just reading it.
Yo, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Breaking news.
Yeah, but I don't.
Real quick. You got this, Kato.
Bam Adibayo passed LeBron James' Heat record in the third quarter and has more histories in his view. I don't fucking know. They said Bam Adibayo beat Kobe's record or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what Danza was saying.
For most points scored in a game. What was it now? It was like 80 something.
63 last time I saw it.
Right, and Wilt Chamberlain is like at 100 something. So. He's on the way, I guess.
Shout out Bam Adibayo on the Miami Heat.
Shout out to Bam Adibayo, the Miami Heat. When Danza comes in, he can talk more about that. You feel me?
So yeah, man, we back for another episode. What's going on, Orlando? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a little under the weather last week. You know what I mean? But I'm better now. We was just talking about like health in general, and when you get a certain age, or if you have a certain activity level, you just got to eat right. So I was kind of like fucking off and not really eating right. And that shit caught up to me in a real way. You
listen, bro. I came from the restaurant industry, bro. I'm notorious for eating all the bullshit. If it's wings, chicken tenders, fries, nachos, burgers, and you name it, the whole deal. Philly cheese steak. I got a phenomenal appetite. Let me just say that.
So what weaned you off of the shit?
The need to be healthy, man. Just trying to eat better, like quality food, like less carbs. More.
I'm saying, like, did you have like some adverse circumstance? Did you get sick?
Hell no. It's just time to get healthy, bro. I'm proactive, not reactive.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm trying to live forever, dog. I was watching it was a video. I forget who exactly it was, but it was on Instagram. And he's like, man, I feel bad for all the people that are 40 years old and saying, damn, I feel like I'm old. He said, you got to understand, to make it to 60 is easy now. Right. Like, that's almost expected. 60 is like mid-man, like, or average rather. Right. He's like, so I know I'm gonna see 80. You think I'm gonna start telling myself I'm old at 40? Right. So for 40 years beyond that, when I meet you at 80, you will have been telling yourself that you're old for 40 years. We'll see how I look and how you look at 80 years old. Keep telling yourself that.
You're right about that.
And people are 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 saying, damn, I'm old. Don't start that train. Right. You know, so little things like that, the way I think, the way I perceive things, the way I decide to operate in my day-to-day. One of the things I love to do is train jiu-jitsu. Right. Part of the way I feel that is by having to eat healthier. Fuck around and eat some fried food before you go and train jiu-jitsu. You're gonna,
there's no way you're gonna be sluggish, slow, feel like shit.
Lethargic.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really enjoy your meal. Me personally, I'd rather eat 4 to 6 hours before I train. So I feel like almost on an empty stomach. I don't want to be on a full stomach. Somebody's trying to put their knee on your stomach and pin you to the ground and shit. No.
No, my thing is that sometimes for me, like I be having, not so much as anymore, but I used to have like extremely long days where I'll do like one shit for one day, like go teach for a few hours and then go do some shows after that, then go back and do studio sessions. So I have these long ass days and I realize if I ain't eat right, after about 2 weeks of that shit, I get sick as fuck. Like, can't move, in the bed, just feeling like shit, you know what I'm saying? So for me to maintain my schedule and for me to uphold that for a long period of time, I just got to eat healthy. And every time I don't, I get a starch reminder of why I need to eat healthy.
Gotta eat healthy.
And that's what happened to me last week. It was like a little kick in the gut, like, nigga, you been eating fucked up, so we gonna remind you why you need to eat healthy.
Yeah, man. You got to do it. It's just good habits. It's good discipline, good practice.
Hell yeah.
When I was locked up, somebody told me chicken and broccoli. Chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli. He said, just tell that to yourself. Anytime you look at a menu, just think chicken and broccoli. He's like, not literally. You don't always have to be chicken and broccoli, but he's just think clean protein and greens. No matter what menu you look at, just try to pick that option. It might be the fish sandwich that day, but just think chicken and broccoli, like healthier option.
Yeah, but I've heard that's code for people who use steroids. Like whenever they get cut, they be like, "Yo, how you did that?" You be like, "Oh, chicken and broccoli, yo."
And rice,
rice, chicken and broccoli. You know what I mean?
Oats, bro.
Chicken, yeah, right.
Morning oats.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel you, but like that's crazy.
Word.
So the breaking news, the show I was gonna tell you is this, right? So there is allegedly, make sure you can hear me good when I be reading, right? So speaking of getting old, boy, that vision, I gotta stretch this mic out and get it over here so I can read.
Get it together.
All right. Boom. So say, based on reports, right, there are details regarding two developing crazy news stories, right? Number one, former NFL linebacker allegedly uses Chat GPT in a murder. Prosecutors' tendency to reveal that former NFL linebacker Darren Lee used Chat GPT to seek advice on how to cover up the alleged murder of his girlfriend, Gabriela Carvalho Perpetuo, in February of this year.
Exotic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So he did what in the Chat GPT?
So according to the testimony, Lee sent messages to the AI bot inquiring how to handle an unresponsive person.
Oh, so he already choked her out.
And if a fall could cause a puncture wound. So the evidence comes from the prosecutors asked Chat GPT for advice on how to avoid police trouble after the incident. And then
What the bumba.
Yeah, right.
But you're supposed to know that, man. That's old game. You're supposed to know that because they said they would search your Google searches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, well, how was this new? What a dummy.
Yeah, I mean,
why is he surprised? He thought Chat had the answers.
I guess he thought he could erase it because he wasn't user premium.
Oh man. Turn my mic down just a little bit.
Yeah. That's better?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Yeah, man. So
what a dummy. That's the oldest like trick in the book. Google how to hide a murder.
Yeah.
After you hide a murder. How to get away with murder.
Yep.
What? How to hide a dead body.
Well, apparently today a nigga got caught doing that shit. So that
no
is what it is.
incognito mode.
Shit, I'm watching this show right now on HBO. It's called DTF St. Louis.
Okay.
So
what's that about?
Basically, this guy, Jason Bateman, you know what I'm talking about from Ozarks?
Yeah.
He fucking this nigga wife, right? And then he basically tell him, yo, go on this app and you can meet other people and you can cheat and shit. So basically, to make himself feel better, he tried to get the husband of the wife he fucking to go on this app so he could meet other people.
Promiscuous.
Yeah, right? So at the end of the first episode, the nigga end up dead, right? So the police call the dude in and like, yo, your friend ended up dead after he was using this app that you told him about. And on top of that, we found out that he was fucking his wife. So what do you have to say about that? And he's like, nah, I don't know nothing, da-da-da-da, I'm straight, da-da-da. All right, you're free to go. He's like, all right, cool. They're like, but check this out. We're going to need you to leave your phone. And he's like, what?
He's like, yeah, about that.
Yeah.
About that.
He's like, nah. He's like, no, you ain't got nothing to hide, right? You said you straight, right? He's like, yeah, so leave your phone. And we're going to unlock it and go through everything. And that's exactly what they did in the show.
They went through it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's that called?
DTF St. Louis.
Interesting.
Yeah, all that shit's in the first episode, so I ain't really spoil nothing. But yeah, like you said, like, it's the oldest trick in the book. People supposed to know that your searches, anything you do on your phone basically is evidence that police could use against you.
Listen, bro, Truman Show is real, okay? The Truman Show is real. I wouldn't be surprised. Those Ring cameras, that's another thing I saw on the news about how they can basically use your Ring camera, like take jurisdiction over your Ring camera and use it to solve a crime.
Hell yeah. I watched the whole documentary where they pieced together nothing but Ring camera footage from these from these two neighbors going back and forth. And shit was crazy as fuck.
Oh, what, they had beef or something like that?
Yeah. It was just it was one of those shits where this white lady had shot this black lady through her door, and she was saying that the black lady was trying to invade her home or whatever, and they The lady had so many complaints from the neighbors that what they were able to do was take ring camera footage from every single time the police were called. And they just used all the neighbors' footage and pieced it together to a documentary. The shit's on Netflix.
Of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Pure nuisance.
And they did it for like a month leading up to the day that they the neighbor shot the black lady.
So who was in the role?
The white lady, the white fucking neighbor.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can say that. I'm like, who? You just said they kept showing up, and the lady was at the door, and they carried the people with the people.
Nah, man, the white lady was clearly wrong, man. She it's crazy, right? She's a racist white lady that lived in a black neighborhood, so she was mad at everybody every fucking day.
That's why everybody turning the cameras on her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, listen, I guess it's good, bro, as long as you're on the right side of the law. But the assumption is that they can, in some form or fashion, use it against you. Like, that's the fear. Like, when does it become too much? Big brother. Eye in the sky type.
I mean, in England, they got that shit now. England,
Japan.
yeah, super, yeah, exactly.
Like,
all them places are super surveillance cities.
Is it true they have a public social, what is it? A public social credit score?
Yes, in China.
Is that real?
Yes, it is.
So can you explain that? What do you know about, like, how
I don't know exactly about it, but basically you have a social score that goes along with your credit. So basically, instead of having a credit score, they have a social score which takes into account like all kind of shit.
How can you affect a good or bad social credit score?
Let's say same thing affects a bad credit score. So let's say you were a fucked up tenant and you broke a lease. That goes on your social score. So let's say like you got fired from your job. That goes on your social score. Then on top of that, like your banking activity or whatever. And I don't know how trivial this shit gets, but it's stuff like that we would consider on a background check. It's just all lumped into a score.
Right. Like you get caught stealing or something like that, or you a hit and run and you're on camera.
Exactly.
Run a fucking red light. They catch you littering and shit.
Yeah.
And now you have a poor social credit score.
Exactly. Or you sneeze in the dip and shit like that and don't wipe your hands. Yeah.
Or you're too loud. That's interesting, bro. That's an interesting concept. That should have whipped a lot of people into shape. But
hold on, let me see.
When you put that type of control over people, bro, and now we're all literally like sheep. Walk this way. Don't laugh too hard. Don't be too loud. Don't be too creative. Because it was like, where does it stop? What's next?
All right, so here it goes. It says, Chinese Social Credit System, SCS, is a state-run digitally integrated program designed to rate trustworthiness of individuals, businesses, and institutions. It uses a combination of blacklists, legal financial verifications, and in some cities, behavioral monitoring, which can lead to punishments like travel bans or rewards like improved public service access.
Like, you've been behaving really well.
So you get a bus pass. Check you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we having a free concert.
Yeah, right?
That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
You know what? You get 15% off all groceries. All free for you and the family.
Because of your high...
Because you didn't jaywalk.
Social credit score.
Yeah, you held the door open.
There you go.
Shit, I'd be booming. I'd be rich. My social credit score would be higher than them bitch.
For real?
Doing, small, little, what you call it? Good deeds. That's all. Like paying it forward, small things like that.
Starting from when? Because you told me some crazy shit before, bro.
What do you mean starting from when? Starting like what?
What does your social credit start? Like, does it
Mine?
start?
What?
Does it start from when you pushed the bitch out that car and made her walk?
No, that's different. That's different. That's a different social credit score. That's different. That would go against hers. Not mine. Raising a nuisance is insane. I was keeping the peace.
There you go. You can argue your case.
No, that's just what it was. Can't argue with the truth.
All right, so what other breaking stories we got?
Talk to me. Anybody, well, you got to throw that comment section up there, bro. If anybody's in there, drop a comment, say what up, hit a like, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, we're crickets right now in the comments.
Fantastic.
Shout us out. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're reacting. Little live show.
Yeah, we don't got no fucking topics, dude.
We took a week off, and now we're back, and now we're reacting to trending shit which is going on right now. But, you know, say the biggest topic is the big war in Iran. You know what I mean?
What about that? We're not supposed to talk about that. You bugging.
Nah,
Big tripping.
Now, it's I mean, to what honestly, I will say this, right? Like, in response to some of the conversations that we was having off air with Danza, you do want to be on the winning side in this type of situation. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because
in any war torn situation, you want to be on the winning side.
Right.
What the fuck? Yeah.
So, I mean, as you and I are both children of immigrants, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a reason why our people came to this country, you know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
So, in a certain sense, there's always going to be a bias to what we got going on. But there's a lot of nuance, and geopolitical politics is a tricky subject, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times people will either look at it from one point of view, which is rooted in a certain set of facts, which may come from a certain viewpoint, but then people will look at it from another point of view with a whole different set of facts that come from a different viewpoint. And then not being able to discuss it in the middle leads to a situation where now you got two people on the other side of the world who ain't really got nothing to do with this shit, arguing about it, heated debate, big discussion, all that shit.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing to me, which I feel like we never really want to lose sight of.
Yeah. That's war, brother. That's war. That's war plus the internet. It's not just war anymore. This shit is fought on the internet as well, too. So, bro, I'm not talking about this. I don't know why the fuck you trying to make me talk about this shit, bro. You tripping.
Now I just want to get your opinion on the subject, or at least, you know what I mean, the debate of the subject. You know what I mean? We'll go meta on that level. The meta of it.
Yeah, no, I don't got nothing to do with it. I don't got nothing to do.
Because the thing about it, I mean, no matter which way you slice it, it's dominating the news cycle. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has an opinion on there whatsoever.
Listen, war is never good. That it doesn't have to be said. War is never good. I don't know what else I got to say on that, bro. That is not where it's at. That's not what. Nah. I don't know why.
All right. So on another note, what's up with you, Kato? What's going on in?
Man, hustling, brother. Hustling hard. Hustling hard. I'm trying to stay focused. I have two main career paths that we are pursuing with a ferociousness that is hard to keep up with for most. In addition to an active lifestyle, trying to train jiu-jitsu and stay healthy with that, with a bad back. I'm busy, man. I'm busy, but I'm staying focused. I got a lot of things to do. Everything I'm doing, I'm building brick by brick, piece by piece, from the foundation up. Sweat equity, loyalty, and love. It's all built with that.
Nah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And the goal is to equate that to a severe income.
All right.
In the best way possible. Blessings.
Well, speaking of the severe income, let's segue to another topic.
Uh-huh.
The Breakfast Club on Netflix.
Yeah.
Have you got a chance to see it, hear some of the reactions about it?
To be honest, I don't really watch Breakfast Club anymore. I'll catch clips of it. I used to tune in. I used to tune in on YouTube.
Right.
And catch full interviews anytime Tyreek's go up there, Donnell Rawlings, anytime they have like a good act or like an OG character from however. I used to appreciate the journalistic side of it and understand that they were doing it in a radio station. Like that's kind of like a dying art.
Right.
Low key, no disrespect, right? Like,
yeah, but definitely. It's been democratized to the point that now anybody can essentially pick up a microphone and give their comment as we are doing right now.
Facts. That was one of the best versions of it, the earlier versions of it, in an organized way, in a professional, career, structured, scheduled way. Right. Like broadcasting, you know? So it's not just a podcast. It's bigger than that. On a bigger understanding, it's actually done through and under a network. But I used to also appreciate the dynamic that they had when they did the interviews, and I apply it to how we do it. For example, you have the three different characters, and the way they seat you at the table, they're all at different points of you, so you have to answer to all three. It's not like they're grouped over here and you're answering to a crowd. Right. Or you have one person on stage and the crowd, or the orientation is different. So you got Angela Yee over here with her perspective, sometimes trying to mediate. Right. You got Charlemagne who's going to talk shit. Actually, Charlemagne's right next to you. So the person who you're arguing with is physically in front of you, right next to you. That's just good TV.
Yeah.
Okay, then you got Envy across the way. He's going to try to pick and poke, ask you questions with the setup, and then you got Angela Yee. She might try to mediate or level with you and share some like a female perspective.
Right.
So that dynamic, the conversation could be endless, no matter who's in the room. It could be Trick Daddy, it could be Lil Bow Wow, like two completely different sides of the spectrum, and they'll give you some good conversation.
So let me ask you the marketing question, which is, what made you stop watching on YouTube?
I got my own platform. I don't even watch my own show, big dog. I don't even watch my own show. No bullshit. Like, I don't know.
But even as a casual viewer, do you feel like...
No, there's just other things to watch. Like at that time, I wasn't watching Netflix. I wasn't watching any TV. There's a time where I fucking completely purged from TV. No TV for 5 years. And that was one of the best things I ever did. I felt like what I was consuming was bullshit. Between like I'm the type of person I can't stand commercials. On Spotify, on YouTube, on whatever streaming service it is. On sometimes if Hulu hit you with it, depending on how you watching or what, you know.
Right.
Can't stand it.
You're a premium user?
I mean, I try to be. I'm not balling like that, but yes, sir. I hate commercials.
I got you. All right, so what I'm getting at is this, right? So
my point is saying that.
The argument is that there's a YouTube audience that feels neglected by the news switch from the Breakfast Club on Netflix. Namely because there's no comment section on Netflix, let alone any viewer-facing metrics. So you can't see how many views interviews get it. You can't see what's popular in another. And what seems to be the biggest complaint is that there's no comment section. So in real time, people can't debate inside the comments. It doesn't do anything to foster the user base. They feel left out. And on top of that, the uploads are like far beyond real time. Like they're like...
What do you mean, like views?
No, I mean like the morning show will be on Netflix at night type shit. So like
the publishing hour.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like
that's stupid.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
That defeats the purpose because it's supposed to be like morning radio. Like
there you go.
My first initial point.
Exactly. And the way the news cycle moves so fast now, even on radio, you're almost hearing what's from the day before. So by the time you hear it at night, it's almost 2 days old at that time.
Do they still post it on YouTube?
They post clips on YouTube. And the clips is where you see people complaining because that's their only avenue.
That's their home, too.
Yeah. So they're saying that these little 3-minute teaser clips and no interviews either.
Damn.
Just I think maybe the donkey of the day and that's and some other clips, but the full radio show is on Netflix and the interviews are on Netflix.
But see, Netflix knows that, and that's why they pay them as much as they pay them. Because they say, hey, I know what comes with you. With your acquisition, I get your entire demographic, your entire market. If these people love and fuck what you here and you're doing this many views here, I'm going to pull them to my platform through my subscription service.
But it doesn't seem like that seems to be the case. And there's
there's
no public metrics letting us know that whether that is or working. All we hear is the outcry of the comment section of the people who are on YouTube.
I'm not the type to watch a podcast at home. If I'm at home with a home theater, I'm watching home theater film series shows. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not watching interviews like at home like that. That's more for if I'm on my phone, if I'm walking on the jogging on the treadmill on my bike, or if I just waking up in the morning to get ready and I want to hear somebody talk about something interesting, you know, whatever it is, some type of motivation. That's different. I'm not going to sit down on, I don't know. Maybe I'm different.
Maybe the point you're making is the general consensus. People are like, yo, we don't go on Netflix to fucking watch a podcast. You know what I'm saying? We go on Netflix at the end of the day on our big fucking TV. You know what I'm saying? With the PlayStation, you know what I mean? And we're watching this shit because we're at the end of our day. During the middle of the day or the beginning of the day is when we're absorbing different type of content that's more audio based, that's more long form, it's more structured in a way that's conversational because that's what people are doing throughout the day with their phone. Have you ever watched a movie on your phone from Netflix?
No, I was thinking about that the other day. I actually forget that I have access to Netflix on my phone.
Exactly.
So I'm not sitting at a bus stop watching like a Netflix show. In my head, that shit's reserved for home time. Is that weird?
No,
I feel like
you're saying very normal things, which is why I'm asking you, because that point that you're making is the point that the consensus that people are making. Like, bro, our viewing habits are not trained to fucking watch Netflix during the day. You know what I'm saying?
But we could be wrong. There's somebody that watches Netflix on the bus. There's somebody that watches Netflix on their lunch break.
The only time I've seen that is like old ladies watching Tyler Perry movies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like and even then, it's probably episodic content. And
I'm more quick on the feed. I'm more quick. Maybe some news or some music. Quick, fast. I can stop it. I can pause it. It's not something that I have to stop and engage in and watch. Because I'm not the type of watch a piece of a movie. I want to sit down and watch the movie. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to sit and watch 15 minutes of a grand film.
Exactly.
You know?
Which is why I watch Netflix at the crib. Because I want it to be an experience while I'm at the house. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, I mean, and back to what you were saying about seeing who could draw the audience. Another theory is that all of this is a big test. Ak was going in on this the other day. To when Spotify signed Joe Rogan, academics, and all those big podcasters to their platform, they wanted to see how sticky those podcasts were. How many people would leave YouTube and go directly to Spotify to do platform with them. And, you know, I guess Joe Rogan worked in a couple other big podcasts, but I think you're going to see some of the situation now. You want to see these comments? Yeah.
It said, what about the timestamps on Netflix?
What do you mean? Oh, there probably are none, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I like I said, I haven't watched the show.
Only time I see timestamps on Netflix is when I want to resume a movie or some bullshit I was watching. So yeah, I doubt it. I doubt there's any timestamps to when there's shit's happening. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I tried to watch an episode one time and I was fucking turned off.
On Netflix?
On Netflix. Because first of all, all right, I mean, as great as Breakfast Club interviews are, like their show doesn't look that great. Like it's not in HD, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely not in 4K, right?
Really?
And like the colors are kind of like off. Like
really?
Like it's a weird looking set they got going on. And the point I'm trying to make is that on Netflix this shit looks worse. Like a clip on
a big ass screen.
A Breakfast Club clip from YouTube visually looks better than a Breakfast Club clip from Netflix. Like I put them side by side just to see if I was tripping, because I'm like, yo, am I bugging? Or does this look worse on Netflix? And it kind of does, bro.
Yeah, that's a shame. If it doesn't transfer from platform to platform, that's a shame. They got to kind of calculate that. That doesn't seem to be very smart. But listen, man, acquisition is a thing, bro. And if you could sell your rights and they're going to pay you for it, if they're rather sell or lease, it's probably a lease.
Yeah, because they did say it's like there's speculating that's like a 4 to 5 year deal.
Listen, bro, you got to understand as well. If I'm Netflix and I want to keep your attention as much and as often as possible, I want to justify a $30 monthly membership, right? I've got to put as much entertainment as I can in front of you.
Right.
So ask yourself this: How much does it cost me to film Ozarks or a fucking what's the shit? How to Fly a Dragon? What's it? Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. How to Fly a Dragon.
I said trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, how much does it cost to film those types of movies, to create a Netflix original movie? How much does it cost for me to put Charlemagne in the room and do a fucking podcast?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want that. Boy,
that's what you was asking for. Look at that. Yeah.
Blue Raz. Damn it. Here comes addiction smacking you in the face.
Yeah. But I mean, you're probably right to the point that we may see this as a test run. So, because I mean, just
bro,
like
if I could buy 15 episodes of a podcast versus a 14 episode series of some movie that people may or may not watch, it's significantly cheaper for me to produce a podcast and fill up that 32-hour time slot.
And that's what I'm saying. This might be a test for them to eventually start creating their own podcast. Because right now, those are all purchases from iHeart. And just like how they did with the movies and all the other content, they purchased it from other people, and eventually they started making Stranger Things, House of Cards. You see what I'm saying? So pretty soon,
Netflix is killing the game.
So you never know. I mean, we might get signed to Netflix and we start doing the Danza project from Netflix.
Let's go! Shout out to Netflix. Listen, man, it's an amazing time. This is what I was talking about too. Like, I feel like there's a gold rush for podcasts, and it's obviously happening now. People are really paying big money, big bags, acquiring whole podcasts, like record labels, and having like a host of network, like a network of shows.
I think because of what you said, because of the ease to produce it and scale it up.
Right, but what's cool about that for us, because of course I can only speak from my perspective. Fantastic. If the gold rush is happening now, we already got our pots and pans. We're already in position. We already got the wagon. We already ready to go, locked up. This is our third season,
no doubt.
Right, so it's going to be interesting to see who comes around the corner and who else tries to start. What we got to get into is the streaming, the live, the IRL. That's going to take some practice. It's not going to take some practice. It's going to take some antics. Because they got niggas in there throwing balls at each other and hula hooping and punching each other and spraying and fighting and swinging on each other. You got this dude, Dean the Great, getting slapped up on every platform.
Yeah, but
what are you doing? That's your whole stick. You don't get slapped by every platform that hosts you.
Yeah, I mean that's where he's at now. To the point that
fuck?
The latest shit you see with him and Cripback is basically WWE.
That was a slap boxing.
It's all staged. I'm talking about the one where they had the gloves on.
I don't know. I be seeing clips. I just seen him scrap and a homeboy fell.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big, unathletic, unagile fool.
Yeah, but all that
He'll probably swing on some shit, but he not moving and grooving.
But what I'm getting at to your IRL point is all that shit is staged now. All that shit.
You kind of have to do it. How are you going to fill a 15-hour live stream without some antics? That's why them boys started doing fireworks in the house. That's why they started. Come on, that was the formula. Speed, Kai, all them boys.
I think that's for lack of personality. So like spice it up. Because like for instance, right? Say academics for example, right? Act don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He just get on stream and talk about topics
and get messy.
You know what I mean? I mean, I fuck with Act, and to his credit, these are 8-hour streams. So like a lot of it is in sections. So he'll talk about one topic for one section or one thing for another section.
I'm so down for that.
And
why I'm so down for that?
And there's a section where he do the messy shit. And of course the messy shit, the 15, 20 minutes he do of that is what gets clipped up and goes viral the most. But the other shit is still out there. So like you don't really gotta be on some extra shit.
But it's gonna happen.
But I think at the end of the day, if you got the personality for it, you do or you don't. Yeah. And the personality is what drives all of it. Because I think the antics run out after a while. That's why you see like Kai Salat stepping away. You see what I'm saying? I Show Speed, people like that, I mean, they can only get but so big. The production can only
they can get huge. You can't say they can only get so big. This kid just went around the world.
I feel you, but like
you can't say you can only get so big.
But what I'm saying is, how much bigger can the stunts get?
This kid just went around the world.
So what's he gonna do? He gonna
keep
stream,
going.
He gonna stream from space?
He gonna keep going. He gonna do a backflip in every country. He's gonna visit all the ninth wonders of the world. Yeah, bro, there's a lot you could do with this. That's what it is. It's streaming in real life. It's whatever you can do in real life. It's limitless.
Right. So
if you can do it in real life, you can do it on stream.
So let me ask you this: at what point do you think you start to achieve diminishing returns? Meaning, at what point do you think that you're spending so much money, but you're only getting a little bit more views? So like.
Oh, bro.
All right, so here it is, right?
You got niggas like Mr. Beast. That's all I'm gonna say.
And that's what I'm saying. But they've plateaued at a certain level. They
keep going.
They have their show, and their show is their show. What else more can they do, bro?
Government.
See, now
it keeps going.
Now I get that part of the argument. But what I'm saying is, as far as their platform, unless it's intensely personality based,
they're just making more
the
money,
antics will run the fuck out. Is what I'm saying.
I have to disagree. You got people that say, I'll box any person. Just send me a message. And he goes to every city and ended up boxing Andrew Tate and one of the Jake Paul brothers or whatever. Jake Paul brothers.
Yeah.
Paul brothers. That's crazy. I feel like an old head now. But you got people that do all kinds of shit. Eat food in their car and review it and put hot sauce in their eyes.
And what I'm saying is
it's limitless, Orlando.
This shit runs out, bro. Like I'm telling you.
So you're saying at what point does that become no longer entertaining?
Even if it's still entertaining, at what point do the profits start to run out? Meaning like
when it's not entertaining. Let's
say for instance, I Show Speed, he goes to Africa and gets whatever 1 million live subs, and then he goes to China and gets 5 million, and then he goes to
and then do it again. Then he goes Russia.
But what Australia, happens to the point where he goes to Australia, and
Ireland,
and then he
Dubai.
only hear me out. He goes to Australia and then only gets 500,000. And then goes to Dubai, and then maybe only gets 250. Like there's a point where he's going to continue to do shit, and the returns are not going to double and triple like they did every single time. Like it's called maximum penetration. Facebook went through this shit. Spotify is going through it right now, where they've reached the maximum number of people. And not saying that they're not still acquiring new people, but the peak is over. You know what I'm saying?
Not for the streaming though. Not for the streamers. Not for the streamers.
And then why would you think that someone like Castanet is walking away from the shit?
Because that's another. He said, "I'm gonna do some." Listen, what do other boxers say? I'm retired. And then what happens? Well, the only way you can get me to fight, you got to give me the bag. It has to be an epic fight. It has to be a legacy fight. You got to get me a big name. You got to get. I don't box no more. I don't have an interest. You can't do it. But until that bag comes around, it's like, oh my God, he's supposed to be retired.
But that's kind of proving my point that they're saying that there's a finite end to this shit.
No,
now of course, something may come out and bring him back in the game. But at one point, they're like, yo, I got 3 belts. I'm good. No, ain't that what Tank did?
Kai was doing what he was doing. He went through that little breakup. He stepped away to work on himself and do the fashion. If he wasn't doing the fashion, he wouldn't be doing nothing, right? He'd probably be streaming, trying to get this money or some type of brand deals.
I think he's out of bullshit to perform, bro.
I think he went through that breakup, and it was perfect timing for him to work on himself with all the recent success. Think about it. He popped off at the crescendo and got wifed up, and then it went sour. So at your prime, shit's going sour all out of nowhere. That's a dark space. If you rocking with somebody, that shit can affect you poorly in the rest of your life.
I mean,
home life will affect 70% of everything else.
Also the same nigga that was buying pussy from the porn star, bro. So it's not like he's hurting for women. You know what I'm saying?
Can't confirm.
Allegedly, but we all seen the shit. So, I mean, I feel you to a certain extent, but I'm telling you, the personality-driven content still trumps the antics. So to your original point, I don't think that the antics are necessary. I think the personality, the work ethic is necessary. And the antics, I hear you. Like, people can do it as like a cheat code or whatever. Yeah. And there's an argument that can be made that it comes with the territory, but I don't think it's required for the course.
Word. Well, I hope not.
At least I hope. Exactly.
Well, I hope not. Well, that was my original point. That was my original point. Is like, I want to get into it. I'm just not down with the antics. But to say that they're limited, I disagree. Is there going to be at some point the law of diminishing return is very real, and it will no longer be that cool. But that's probably. I don't think it's here just yet. I don't think it's oversaturated enough yet. I think there's still more that a lot of people could do.
I agree with you, but I think individually they all going to hit that wall.
For sure. I mean, listen, we're gonna have to face that avenue at some point too.
Yeah.
Because maybe podcasting won't be it. It'll be something new. It'll be karaoke all the time. It'll be fucking, and you get people singing their interviews the whole fucking interview. Who knows? It could be AI talking to
2 AI bots chatting, and we just sit back and watch them like a fucking stream.
I've been watching these Joe Rogan interviews about aliens and the origin of mankind. And temples in Egypt and Mexico and all this stuff, all these theories about where we come from and the birth and rebirth, the Big Bang or Allah. Yes, I don't want to say all the names, but man, it's just so many possibilities and nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I see the crazy theory that was like, well, what if AI was always here and we just discovered it? And now the AI is helping humans develop itself further so it can get back to its true essence, which was a dominant being of all humanity.
I don't know. I think we are. I think AI is a replication of our brain.
Supposedly, from a large language model.
That's what it's supposed to be.
It's basically the entire internet being spit out back to you in a logical way.
It's like having a hard drive and having an extra brain space so I can think twice, 3, 4, 5 quantum amount of the fucking times,
Right. But I think that's also theoretical because in reality, I think AI is probably just going to be a better search engine, which is kind of what it is now.
Nah, man, it's on everything now, bro. If you go on like the fucking Taco Bell app, some fucking AI is going to pop up. Like, it's everywhere on everything, every search bar, every shopping tool.
That's what I'm saying. I think the way that's going to be everywhere is just that you're going to get vastly improved searches for most anything.
I feel like you're putting such a limit on AI.
I think that's
the potential.
I think the potential is all kind of shit.
We got
but,
cars driving themselves. We got
yeah, but why the fuck
planes
we
driving themselves.
why we ain't got flying cars yet though? You see what I'm saying? We have the potential for that shit, but the shit not fucking here. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just gonna be
what's a helicopter?
It's not a flying car. I'm talking Jetsons type shit, my nigga, where you jump into shit and we're all flying around like Fifth Element and shit like that and Star Wars and them shit. You know what I mean?
They got them. It's just not mass produced. I think that's a responsibility the public can't handle. Have you seen niggas on jet skis?
Have you seen people driving when we were fucking crazy as is?
First of all, they had to see how we handle drones, and we're doing poorly. It's worldwide war. Now imagine if you put a motherfucker on there like a motorcycle, jet ski, flying in the air with whatever he got on him, guns and nah, bruh, nah. We cannot have flying cars and motorcycles and shit.
I want the flying cars,
nah, the public we could barely handle ATVs and dirt bikes and shit.
Man, to your point, right? The AI would make the shit even easier. You just get into shit, tell it where the fuck you want to go, and the car fly itself. You know what I'm saying?
They got AI cops for that. We in the future. We in the future.
But yeah, I don't think either way, right? I don't think.
Where do you think humans come from?
Humans?
Humans, us, we.
I think we come from God.
Okay, so do you understand the intent for God creating humans?
It's impossible. I think it's hubris for humans to think they know God's intent.
To fathom.
That's the whole point of religion, to try to figure out like our individual stories. And I think religion is more culture based than anything else. So every culture on the face of the planet has their own way of describing what's happening around them in their own origin story and so on and so forth. Even though that, they're all remarkably similar, I still think that every culture comes up with it.
Why is the origin story ridiculously similar? And different figures, different characters, but the storyline is generally the same.
I mean, according to the researcher Joseph Campbell, the one who wrote about all that shit, he basically said that essentially we're all the same. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
Like human beings.
I believe we're like germs on a cell.
What do you mean?
I feel like we are on such a small scale. If you've ever seen it's so stupid, like Osmosis Jones. It's like, have you ever seen like within
with
us?
Chris Rock?
Within us, there is an entire organism, factory, city, existence happening.
Right.
Just cooperating, and everybody has their assignment. It's all Chris. It's all one Chris. But within me, there's white blood cells, red blood. You got the whole, I don't even want to get scientific with y'all because I'm gonna sound real stupid. But I feel like that's what we are. Have you ever seen ants in the colonies? The same thing.
Right.
Humans in apartments. We all go in, we all come out, we all do our work. The only reason why we do it is for us. We're all one person, one thing, part of God.
Right.
I think we're organisms. We're just organisms in a much larger body.
I got you.
Or being.
And that
would be God.
Is
that
God.
Would be God.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all are God. That's why the body of Christ is of God. We are of the body of God.
Quite profound.
That's where we come from. Legit. So we're just one little cell in the skin of an entire body. We don't know why we do what we do, but we do it every day. We wake up. We don't know why we're here, but we do it for one us, God.
Right.
That's all what it is. So because the universe is vast. I don't think space and time is too much. They say everything's happening at once, right?
Right.
So what do we do?
I don't know. I don't know. What do we do?
I took you there.
No, but that was quite profound.
Nah, that's
which
what
is why
is.
war is bad, because we're all one. We're all the body of Christ, of God.
Think about it, bro. They say we're born and reborn just like cells. Every so often, what do they say? The body renews every 7 years or something like that?
Yeah, that's wild. Like you're like
every single cell in the body is no longer the same after 7 years. Each one has regenerated. Each one has not been there for longer than 7 years. That's wild.
Yeah. That's
wild. And we have no idea why we're here.
Well, we kind of do. We have instincts.
Tell me why. Why are we here?
Well,
we have instincts to survive, and we don't know why.
Well, we have instincts to breed, procreate, and love,
and keep the show going.
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
For
the greater good. Earth is one beautiful white blood cell in the entire organism of the universe that is God. That is that one being, that one piece. That's why we're all on one frequency, one wavelength.
You should start a church, Kato.
And the earth renews. the earth renews. As the body does, once every 7 years, the earth probably resets and renews.
Oh,
because they be saying the pyramids were here before us and part of some greater technology before our even time. We don't understand. It was before the Aztecs.
So
listen, this Joe Rogan shit be having my brain spinning.
So do you believe in aliens?
No. It's just other organisms. We're all part of the same universe. So maybe I do.
Okay.
So the question is, do I believe in, like, is there other humans?
Extraterrestrials. How about that? People outside of Earth.
So I can't sit here and say that I know, but the odds are I would say yeah. Because then you have to consider that we're the only organism in all of space. That's the other argument, right? What would be the opposite? Are we alone then?
The thing that makes me think that we're not alone is gold.
What do you mean?
Like, why do humans value gold?
Because it's rare. It's difficult to obtain. It's a symbol of royalty.
You know, gold.
It's also a conductor of energy or something like that.
Yeah, but you know, gold's not from this planet, right?
But all sediment and rock at some point is not from this planet too.
Yeah, but
all the gold, there's deposits of different minerals from different times, from different things happening.
But why gold? All the gold, like that's what I'm
why
saying.
Diamonds? Why?
But
why
diamonds are a little different.
Copper? Why?
Because at least diamonds, there's a certain amount of labor that comes into it, so it's thousands.
But all of this is a commodity, though, like salt water.
But what I'm
air,
saying,
H2O, like that exists here that doesn't exist in other places. So
all the things that you just talked about, right, have utility. What utility does gold have?
To conduct energy, as far as I know. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but it's fly.
Well, I'm just saying, like
I think it's in our innate memory. Like memory from like almost genetics, like from long ago, that gold is important and or valuable to us.
And that's what I'm getting at. Maybe there is some ancient thing that predates Earth or our experience of Earth that humans innately know that this thing that is not found on Earth at all. And everything else you said before, water, minerals, what you would call it, diamonds, all those are found on Earth. Like you can mine gold, but it comes from outer space. So how do we as humans know to equate value to that? Which maybe in my mind is like, all right, well, maybe I can explain why we
love it so much.
Yeah, maybe that explains where that we come from somewhere else.
Well, you know what else though? Like I think it was used way before our time. So I think this late in the game, it's also something that we're like, we just know that it was here before us. Because apparently it existed before we knew what the fuck happened. At some point in history, we forgot.
Or is it instinct from like our DNA that was like ingrained in us before we got to Earth?
If it was used to top the pyramids,
see what I'm saying?
I would have to consider it was used as an antenna, maybe not just ornamental, because of its considered use. I'm also not a scientist. I can't say that enough.
I understand what you're saying.
Right? But if it was adorn the top of a pyramid and we don't know what that is and it's shaped in what else could it be? They just put this Rubik's Cube in sand and topped it with gold with the different passages and coffins and goods and like, what? Herbs and spices and gold and jewels and bodies.
So
what? Let's put some gold on top of that.
So let me ask you this then, right? So maybe if you don't believe directly in aliens, you possibly believe that humans predate Earth.
Humans predate Earth. That would assume that humans exist elsewhere and came to Earth.
It's possible.
If we predate Earth?
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe we were created here.
Okay.
If anything, there's another assumption that Earth is like a farm. Right? So let's say if gold was a commodity, maybe only we can extract it from Earth. And we're just here to do that. Right?
For somebody else?
For something else. Or we could be a fucking zoo. This could be a place that people come to visit and say, wow, look at what the fuck they did with this place. I came here 2,000 years ago. I came here. They had slavery 300 years ago.
Yeah.
They did it again.
Yeah.
We did it one time and they fucking came over here and they did it again. Last time I came here, they were doing this bullshit. And now they got a white man who just went to that island and stole the Spanish guy, and now like maybe it's a zoo, maybe it's an experiment, because at some point we went from humans to this, to the smartest, most dangerous, most lucrative, most self-perspective, existing, self-aware. We make decisions that only benefit us. Like
we ponder our own existence, which is what we're doing now.
We have preference over what time of day we drink our coffee. What the fuck does that matter in the grand scheme of things? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I like my applesauce with cinnamon. Like, whatever. We have these weird preferences. A dolphin, just fish. That fish, I guess. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? What's interesting to me, too, is, and this is somebody with low back pain. This is something I thought about. This is something I was smoking and thinking about. If we were animals and walked on all fours, like other animals with webbed digits, hands, feet, knees, elbow, you know, the whole functioning, what would you say? What's like an animal with 4 legs? Quadruped. I don't know. I'm trying to be smart.
The more you know. Quadruped, yeah.
But I think it's interesting that we all have bad back pain. Lower back pain is like, I think it said 70% of Americans or 72% of Americans have low back pain.
You don't think that's from a sedentary lifestyle?
I don't think it is from sitting down, because we're not supposed to sit down. We're not supposed to sit down. This is unnatural. In what? Show me an animal that sits down like that lounges like this.
Monkeys.
For hours at a time. Monkeys don't do that. If anything is different, they're hanging. They're on their feet or they're squatting. Same way we're in. The monkeys sit. Look at them. Look at the silhouette of a monkey and look at the silhouette of a baby in the mother's stomach. It's the same. It's the same natural posture.
So, what do you say now?
I'm just saying we got back pain because we decided to start walking and standing upright and shit.
It says monkeys frequently sit down to rest, group, and sleep.
Yeah, but they don't sit in chairs like we do.
But yeah, it does say they do often sit upright on branches, balancing themselves.
Like slouched.
No, not slouched.
Where are their legs? Where are their feet? Right by their butt.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't sit like that. You know, you can't drive a car like that. You can't sit in a plane like that. At church, in school, like hours at a time at your desk. We're sitting all weird and shit. And then we decided to walk and stand and run and play football and shit.
So you think if we were running around on all fours, we'd be better off?
We'd have less back pain. That's what I'm saying. It's real, right? That's part of, because, you know, there's certain things that are changing as humans progress, as we are continuously safer. We don't have a need for other things that we used to do to survive, right?
Right.
So, like, our bodies are changing. One of the things that's changing is the necks in kids from our phones. Because when kids are growing up from 4 years old, 5 years old, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 30 years old, and you've been fucking sitting like this for years. It's never been a thing.
You think we're gonna become like them fucking blobs in Wall-E?
Something's gonna happen.
We're gonna sit back.
We're gonna evolve, devolve. I don't know.
All we're gonna do is just move joysticks and
like Wall-E.
Call things. Yeah.
Another one for phones. They said everybody has a dent in their pinky.
Oh yeah.
From holding their phones.
I don't have a dent in my pinky.
Well, maybe you don't scroll enough. I don't know.
You have a dent in your pinky?
But the average teenager, I think I do. I don't know. My pinky might just be dented.
Or is it just from iPhones?
I don't know. iPhones out here denting people's hands up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. It's a great question to ponder. It's a great thing to think about. It's definitely an interesting subject because people genuinely don't know. One thing I do know is if you can find religion, whatever that looks like to you, it is guidelines for life. People tend to live a better life, a more fulfilling life, a happier life. So if you have no meaning, or if you're struggling to find the meaning, if you don't know why you're here or what you're doing or what the whole goal is, find you some religion. It'll give you complete purpose. It'll give you a path. Again, guidelines, a reason to be here, a reason to wake up and do it all over again and keep striving. Redemption. It's laced into every single Bible story, every single story of history. Redemption is one of the biggest stories.
Right.
So,
no, you're right. And it'll stop you from being a fucking PDF, bro. So, like, people need...
Maybe not.
People need
unfortunately
guardrails and accountability, bro. And religion offers both. So for that point of view, you know what I'm saying? I really do believe that people need more structured discipline.
Word.
Stop the freaky nasty shit, bro.
I hate to laugh on something like that because that's real shit, though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, deaf to them all. That's not something we support up here. You know what's really gross and disturbing, and I hate to talk about it being somebody from that community. In the martial arts community, it is very prevalent where they will groom these kids because think about it. You're leaving your kid here for 2 hours or an 8-hour summer camp.
Right.
And there's a bunch of kids in the room and you have an instructor that, whatever, I don't know, they're grooming kids apparently. And this is something that's happening a lot in the martial arts community.
So what happened to the days when Sensei would just fuck the signal mom, bro?
That still happens. that ain't go. That never left. But the real issue is the kids, man. Apparently it's some sick people out there.
Yeah.
Apparently it's some people that really don't know how to handle themselves. And I don't even know. That's just complete. You gotta die.
Yeah.
I don't even like talking about that kind of shit.
I mean, the thing, at least for me, you know what I mean, I have a 17-year-old daughter, and you just gotta stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you do the extracurricular shit, you just gotta stay there, bro.
Your kid's life.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be there the whole time. You just can't drop them off from everything and pick them up, or have the auntie pick them up, or have the whatever drop them off. No, you gotta fucking be there. You have to be a presence in the kid's life. You have to be a presence in every adult in your kid's life, and they all gotta know that someone is coming to make sure shit is right. So they're going to be accountable to the parent in every situation. Is when you start dropping your kids off or Ubering them places or whatever and putting all this trust in strangers is when shit like that tends to happen.
But what do you do? At what age do you no longer worry about that? At what point do you let them roam? And let them go to the movie theaters with their friends, or let them go check out to get their hair done go to the nail salon at the same time. And at some point, you're going to have to put that money in their pocket and say, okay, call me when you're ready so I can pick you up. Yeah,
I mean, for me, it was when my daughter turned like 13, 14, whatever.
Ice skating rink, rollerblading.
What I did was I made sure that like I moved to a neighborhood that was genuinely safe. Mm-hmm. So that way, like, there's only but so much places that this person can go, and everywhere they go is covered by police. It's a public area. We live in a safe building, so you create environments where they can roam free because the environment itself has boundaries. That's like how college towns are set up. College towns, you can run around free because there's no real danger in the college town.
Only one street for you to go to. Yeah, and all the bars are on that one street.
Yeah, and they're all catering to a certain population. The police know what it is. Yeah. There's a
McDonald's over there. Yeah. There's a Jack in the Box over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like college towns tend to be very well policed. There's usually campus police. There's the city police and then the county police that are all there for the college town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to house them reckless youth.
Yeah, it's like an artificial environment because they can run free, but it's closely monitored, and there's not even that much shit for them to get into because everything is geared toward that age group. So that's really what it is.
That's hilarious.
You want to live in a safe neighborhood for your kids, and that's the beginning. And once you have that, then you can feel more comfortable letting them roam free because at least the neighborhood you're in has guardrails.
Word. I always wondered about that, like what my personal preference was, having grown up how I grew up. Would I rather raise my kids in a gated community or otherwise?
Right.
And I guess a lot of people don't really have a choice because if you could, you would, type of situation. But I just also don't want them under the concept where they will miss out on certain real life experiences that I experienced. One of the strongest attributes that I gained was street smarts.
Right.
Early. And that shit is carried on in multiple other settings outside of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like genuine keenness, a sharp eye, and just understanding my surroundings and what's going on and what people are really saying and things like that. Like that shit goes a long fucking way.
But the thing I learned too is that, to be honest, your kid's experience is not your experience, and your experience is not going to be their experience. So like when we were growing up, we might have had to have street smarts. Well, when they're growing up, they need to know about cyber fucking security.
Internet smarts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's crazy.
Like I'll give you a crazy example,
Game
right?
changed.
All right, so when you were growing up as a kid, right? Go to school, what day is February 14th?
Valentine's Day.
All right. Kids nowadays, they don't have February 14th as Valentine's Day. February 14th is Stoneman Douglas Day, where they remember the fucking mass shooting.
Whoa.
So they don't have cards and shit that they pass around like we did on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day, these kids go to an assembly, right? And they basically have a funeral all over again where they talk about gun violence or remembering the victims and da-da-da-da. So our experience is not their experience.
Word.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
so
wild to think about, man.
Yeah.
Generation after generation.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wonder what the next one gonna look like.
You see what I'm saying? So like, happening. As much as we love to project, oh yeah, this is how we want our kids to be.
Yeah, by the time you get there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You really don't got no control over that shit.
There'll be a new danger.
There you go.
A new threat.
But what you can do is raise your kids in a loving environment around people that care about them. Like that will never change. Word. That will never produce fucked up people. You see what I'm saying?
Word. My kids are mandatory going into martial arts. They don't
have a choice. Definitely. I put my daughter in karate too.
They guys too.
Yeah.
Any martial art. Any. I have my preference as to which one. We all know that. But any martial art, just what it does for their confidence, for their social skills, social interaction, physical interaction, learning how to be around, learning how to fall safely.
Yep.
So listen, a little bit of karate will save them the next time they fall down that slide. You'd be surprised.
It gives them confidence and all type of shit.
Okay, confidence and just hand-eye coordination and a yearning for athletic ability.
You know what I liked about karate? I used to tell my daughter, like, in karate, you learn how to stand up straight. You know how many grown adults I mean that can't stand up straight with good posture? They teach you that like day one. Line up straight, get you some discipline. Get up, you know what I mean? All that.
Get you some manners. Yes, sir.
We got a comment in the chat talking about, wait, they're not having Valentine's Day. Nah, man. Talk to any teenager, especially in Broward. In Florida, they don't have Valentine's Day.
Because of what happened.
They got, I forgot what they call it. They call it some other shit like Remembrance Day or Fallen Day or something like that. But they spend Valentine's Day remembering school shooting victims. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, that's a tough day. That's a tough day for them.
Yeah.
A lot of people got hurt. I mean, I get it. It's not that they're trying to take away the holiday. We shouldn't frame it like that. It's like saying they're trying to cancel Easter. Well, nah, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Something happened on that.
It's been hijacked by tragedy. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So
Easter was a bad example.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just that that's what I had to learn as a parent. Like, you cannot project your experiences onto your children because they're going to have different experiences. What you can do is equip them to deal with whatever life is going to throw at them.
So how do you go about doing that? Obviously, look both ways before you cross the street. Make sure, but this is me not having kids and not understanding what that conversation would even look like. You know what I'm saying?
You just got to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk to them and
see what they need.
And just create an environment. What's even more important to talking to them, because talking to them is very important, but what's even more important is creating an environment where they can talk to you.
Do you agree in talking to kids like adults? You know what I mean?
Yes and no. So, like, you can't burden a child with adult responsibility or expect them to understand adult concepts. But you can talk to them in a way that respects their intelligence. So a lot of times you could talk, I wouldn't say talk to them like adults, but you talk to them directly. I had to learn that as a teacher as well. Talk to them directly, like speak to them, because kids,
you got to get it through to them, right? You got their attention for real quick. It's like, look, listen. When you have the paper, get the pen, put the pen first. When I say everybody flip their sheet, you can all flip your sheet, okay? You got to have to be direct. Be direct.
You know? So, and kids appreciate that because most kids just want to be seen. You know, kids like to be the center of attention. Right. So as long as you give them attention, speak to them directly, you know, there's a theory that says that babies don't cry because they cry for two reasons. They cry because they need something, but they also cry when they're not stimulated.
Like bored?
Yeah. and they can't explain it. So that's why people sit kids in front of TVs or give them whatever, because like they need stimulation.
Interesting.
So like that can also come from like having a conversation with them.
Right.
Like you can engage with children and give them the stimulation that they need.
Well, that's kind of where I got the question from, because I see they always recommend with a baby, even an infant, you speak to them in English, like maybe not an adult, but a regular human being. And not like, oh, you've been there, not just all that. If you strictly talk to them in baby talk, they're just only going to learn and pick up baby talk. Yeah. It's harder for them to pick up the general language and the basics of things.
Yeah, you can see it happening now with Danza kids, because they say, like, it's a classic story, right? If you have 2 children, right, and they're around the same age, the second child is going to learn how to speak faster than the first one, because the second child has the first child to talk to. And the first child will always talk to them. Even if they're cussing them out, they're going to be talking to them the whole time.
Just showing them how to talk, right.
Exactly. So
and
they're going to pick it up faster.
He only knows what he or she learned from whomever. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking beautiful though, man. I love that.
Yeah.
My dog popped 3 out back to back to back.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to him and shout out to her, because she been pregnant for 4 years damn near. You right?
Yeah.
It's credit where it's due.
Yeah, the whole pandemic.
Yeah, man. Beautiful babies. God bless. That's my goal, man. That's my goal.
All right, so
talk to me.
Because I don't want to say I had my kids early, because I didn't, but I didn't have them late. Like I had my daughter when I was 30. So like now she's 17, I'm 47. Like you said, like I still feel great. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like I feel kind of like done with a certain portion of my daughter's life, and I could not imagine doing that shit any older. You know what I'm saying?
From scratch?
Yeah.
Like
you know what I mean?
no new ones?
No, man. Listen, man.
57, 17-year-old.
Bro. Nah, man. Because even with my daughter, she her mother had a child, so like I have a stepson essentially. Okay. Because I raised him he was like 3, 4 years old. Word. So my thing is, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not teaching no more people how to read. I'm not potty training. Exactly.
I mean, number 1, number 2.
Yeah. So, I feel like in a certain sense, people who have kids later in life, are you looking forward to that?
Me?
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely. But see, the only thing is I know that my approach would have to be like Danza's. I feel like he did it right.
Right.
He actually had the luxury. I don't know if it was by choice, but he kind of waited till he was in a better position to be able to do so.
Right.
But my point saying that is he popped 3 out back to back. He's made up for lost time. It's not like he had 1, 4 years later had another, 2 years had another. Now they're span across 8, 7, whatever fucking math was. So yeah, I feel like having them later. Sorry for my future wife, but you might have to be pregnant for a couple of years. You're gonna have to sit down and hold it down for us for real. God willing, I'll be in a position to do so. Right? Like,
I feel you.
You feel me? But popping them 3 out, they'll always have each other for life. And he had the boy early too.
Right.
So now you got the big brother, no matter what. 2 baby sisters after that. Chef's fucking kiss. Late in the game, now you can grow old with 2 daughters. You know how lovely it is as a man to grow up with 2 loving daughters and a son that's gonna protect them too. We out. Rough Riders for life. Like, fuck you mean, dog? That's my goal. My goal in life, and I'm going to probably say this 1,000,000 times on this podcast, is to meet and keep up with my grandkids. When I accomplish that, I will have won the game of life. Nothing else matters. It doesn't matter how much money's in my bank account. When I meet and or keep up with my grandkids, I have won the game of life.
So that's what 100 looks like to you.
Close. Yeah. Well, yeah, 100%.
That's what's up.
I would also add a front yard, backyard, side yard, somewhere I can put the boat, the truck, the car, her car, the kids' cars. You know, you have to reverse engineer the life that you want to live.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
And so this is what scares me, because let's do the math on that. If my life goal, we're going to say it backwards now, is to meet and keep up with my grandkids. In order to have a grandkid, I have to have a kid. Right. Let's say my kid has their kid at 15 to 18 years old. I'm 35 right now. So in the nearest 19 to 16 years is my first shot at having a kid, or a grandkid rather.
Right.
Right? So that's a long way from now. So I got to start. So how do I do that? So from grandkid to kid to the mother of that child or children to dating to that could be in from 5 years. I might date somebody for the next 5 years before we have a kid.
Right.
Hopefully, maybe I could shave a couple years off. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 35. I'm not trying to be 60, 70 years old before I finally, I don't know. But I'm late. So again, I'm going to pop 3 out back to back.
Would you be open to dating a woman with children?
I've done it before.
But like raising them, like being a whole stepdaddy.
Nah, that's not my first choice. That's not my goal. That's not the ideal situation for anybody. I would prefer it to be where my first is her first, so we can learn together. I don't need you to be schooling me on what temperature the bottle need to be, and this one's too hot, and that one's too thick, and that one's too thin, and now they burping, and that. Cool. If we're going to do that, hey, this is our first time.
I got you.
Hold me down. I'm going to hold you down. We're going to learn together. But no, I mean, it would be dope to have somebody who knows the ropes, but I feel like it would be more special. The thing is, and we kind of spoke about this before, I've lost a child. So my rush to get to it, and I think that's why I'm so selective in who I pick, because it really means a lot to me.
Right.
I'm a lot more selective because this one's for the marbles. This late in the game, this one's got to count. I'm not trying to sit down with anybody just to frolic. You know what I'm saying? Which is fun too, but I'm looking for the one.
All right, so we got to get you like on a 20v1 or something, man.
Nah, that'd be
Or
funny.
at least to pop the balloon, right?
That'd be fucking hilarious. I had an idea. They should do pop the balloon, but it should be a health status. Everybody should be required to take a blood test before they go in there. And it's gonna be a line of beautiful physicians. It's gonna be a line of beautiful physicians. And one is going to tell you about your cholesterol. The other one's going to tell you about your testosterone. And the other one's going to pop because you got bad blood sugar. Or they might all not pop and say his cholesterol is great. I want to see that show. That'll be my spin on the balloon pop. Man. It'll be a health-based joint.
Good luck to that, man, because Americans are unhealthy.
Somebody going to steal my idea. That's why it'll be a great show.
We might even look good, but we be unhealthy as fuck, bro.
But you know what, man? There's something out there called the money gut. And when you're the richest, or when you're making a lot of money, and when you're wealthy, you tend to be extra healthy.
Yeah.
It's a money gut. The first thing that happens, everybody I know that starts making a lot of money, a significant, real amount of money, they get that money gut. They gain a little belly. And not even to say they're lazy, but when you make that money, you're going to eat good, bro. So
I mean, I think that's also coupled with neglect. Because
and glutton.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because one of two things is happening, right? Like you said, either you're eating extremely well, which is gluttony, or you're working your fucking ass off and you're probably eating like shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's starting to show up.
I disagree. I think poor people eat good too. I think poor people eat good when they should be eating on a budget. They still eat steak and lobster. And I'm not talking about any specific demographic. It's white people in the hood doing the same fucking shit. I think people still eat good. I think one thing people are last to give up is eating good. I know some, listen, man, think about that. I get what you're saying, though. Is the diet always the best? Probably not.
Yeah.
Are they counting calories and watching carbs? Probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know, man. I think in the last...
And are they living with a more rigorous schedule? So they're not
It's
doing...
your choice. I think it's your choice. It is completely up to you, bro. Nobody can work out for you. And the reason why I say that, too, is because it's also become a trend or fad to be healthy. On the other side, all these diet bars and fast food sciences and calorie counting and low carb, low gluten. Ever since CrossFit, being healthy and exercising has been a thing. Yoga has made a crazy comeback. Pilates has crazy. It's always something, bro. It's niggas on the pull-up bars. How that shit even came back. Like,
you're right.
It's wild. It's a popular thing to get healthy too. So I think it's all about the choices you make, bro. That shit is cumulative. It all fucking adds up. And that's why it's important when you're raising kids too. Because if you have a sedentary lifestyle and if you're eating out the cereal box like it's chips, just fucking shoveling dry cereal, I'm speaking from experience, okay? But if you're doing that, and that's what's in your house, and that's what your lifestyle is, what you think you're going to create, what type of product is going to come from your tree, right? Like, what fruit will your branch bear? Your kid's going to come out with that high blood sugar and that thick cheek and neck, and
it's almost to the point that the
insulin
healthy lifestyle you're talking about is like an elitist thing. You see what I'm saying?
Like if you have money.
Yeah, because it costs money to go to all the things you just mentioned.
I don't know, man. Niggas come out of jail swole.
And they also come out looking like Blueface. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's the best example. Because they feed you a bunch of bullshit in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing, but boy, you feed yourself. They feed you some bare minimum bullshit, and you fill the gap with some high caloric bullshit.
Exactly.
Monosaturated poly bullshit. No, that's 100% correct. But I think you have to try to make the best decisions you can make. Chicken and broccoli. Chicken and broccoli.
But that's steroids.
But you know, like Gillian Waller went to a hot dog stand. Then his big sell was it's the only hot dog stand that has vegan hot dogs with vegan chili. So like that's a black dude in, I think it was LA,
right,
who's putting on for his hot dog stand being vegan.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck? And I saw that as a feature on a hip hop journalist's page, you know? So I think health is here. It's just about preference. It's about you making that decision to do that and skipping the soda and skipping the bullshit cranberry juice or whatever Tropicana bullshit we love drinking.
No, you're right.
Not drinking Gatorade.
Yeah.
when you ain't work out. You just been in the sun. Stop.
Oh, man. All right, Kato, man. It's been real, bro. We got to wrap this one up.
Yes, sir.
We all got shit to do tomorrow.
Listen, guys, we didn't even... if you stuck around, we appreciate y'all because we really didn't come into this with a full plan of attack. Like you could tell in the beginning, we was kind of stumbling and fumbling. We ain't done this in a little while, but we getting better as we go along. Every single Tuesday, we're going to keep doing this. Y'all keep tuning in. Hit that like button if you're on the way out. Hit that heart button, 100 emoji, whatever you got to do. Interact with us so we can interact with y'all. We're going to be back here to do this shit again.
Let them know what interviews we got dropping or that are on right now that are not popping.
Well, we just dropped the Fredo Bang interview. We got the Isaac Keys interview, the Lights interview, Ukasa interview, Beanie Siegel. We got...
Don't forget
Gary
607
Owens.
Unk and Will Mills. That one's going crazy.
607 Unk and Will Mills. That one was hilarious. That one was fun. I want to do more like that. I think we're the kings of having two guests.
Yes, definitely.
We've done that before, and it always goes phenomenal. The chemistry in the room is always crazy. And when you got two characters like that, being able to interact, and they going back and forth about which bubblegum is the best and which god they pray to, like, it's guaranteed content. So
yeah. I mean, 607 Unk... I mean, I've seen clips and stuff of him, but I didn't really get to, like, you know, get trying to think of a word.
Like the gist of his personality, like a synopsis.
I've never seen so much of him at once. You know what I'm saying? So
until like we did a show, you saying?
Exactly. Like every clip I've seen, the longest one might have been like 2 minutes.
Well, see, I did my research. I wanted to look into him to see what kind of person he would be on the day of.
Right.
Because you don't always know what you're going to get on the day of. Maybe they had a bad flight. Maybe they had a great night last night and they still rolling off the ecstasy. Like, who knows?
Maybe they want to smoke. Like,
maybe they want to smoke. Yeah. Maybe they want to drink. Maybe they just want to eat something. Maybe they're tired or they're excited or whatever the case. Maybe they just made a bag. Maybe they just lost a bag, just got broken up with, just got a new deal. Like, different things are happening. So, I looked into him, watched a couple of his interviews, and he's definitely different. He says he be channeling the spirits and he do the stuff where he start rolling his eyes.
Yeah, with the fingernails and all that shit. I think what the fuck was that, bro? I never seen that before.
Part of that is him playing into it, him with the skull cup and the, burning of the sage.
Yeah.
I think some of it he really does believe he's protecting himself in some form or fashion, but he spits a lot of truth. It's weaved with some ignorance. It is what it is. I think that's part of the game. But
I mean, to be honest with you, like, even after sitting down with him, because like I said, like I was trying to say earlier, I've never really seen any long-form content with him, right? But he seems like a functional schizophrenic. You know what I mean? But I mean that like the best way possible. Like I don't mean like he's fucked up. I just mean like I feel like that's somebody who's operating on a different level. So
I like that.
I mean, I feel like, because I've dealt with schizophrenics and shit like that before, and I feel like he's like a very high functioning version of that, or like on the spectrum, but not really. You see what I'm saying? Like, you ever see like a high functioning person that's autistic?
Yeah,
I think he's like a high functioning person that's schizophrenic. That's like, you know what? I'm gonna use this mental. I don't even want to say disorder. We'll say
going to stem off it.
Yeah, I'm going to use that as like a form of getting a different perspective.
Right.
And I feel
yeah,
and I feel like almost to the point where he's described it's like, yeah, well, some people might call it a mental illness, but I look at it as perspective. And because he's high functioning, he could
turn it on, turn it off, tap in, tap out.
He could, I guess, operate with the nuance that it takes to make that shit work. So like, so he's like, I'm thinking crazy thoughts.
But he says some.
But I know how to deliver it in a way that's like
it's not just delivery. Sometimes it's the content. Like he really sometimes says some important things. Like he was talking about how you could tell the vibes in the room, and sometimes when you meet people, you know if their intentions are really either to help or hurt you.
Right.
You know, that's not what he said verbatim, but that was the gist of what he was getting at. But he said it in a way that would confuse a lot of people, or people might tune it out because he's saying it with a southern slang as well. He got dreads with a ski mask, and his dreads are coming out the ski mask, and he got a skull cup with a red bandana tied around it, and he, you know, he don't drink liquor, but he poured liquor in the skull cup. Yeah. So people are seeing what they're seeing and what they're hearing are two different things. They're getting some type of stream of consciousness from his mouth verbally. You're hearing this, and you're like, that makes sense. But you see this creeper looking ass nigga try to preach to you, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But you stick around to see how it unfolds. And now, again, you put them in a room with me and Danza and Will and you and whoever else, and you got a fucking show, man.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to keep doing that.
Yeah. Now, Will Mills is a different story. I fuck with him because he reminds me of like every nigga that I've ever met from New York, bro. Like all wrapped in one, bro.
It's a Will Mills in every barbershop, no disrespect, but it's a nigga in there that can talk some king shit. Yeah. He gonna talk you down. You gotta have your talking points ready because he gonna argue with you. He gonna ask you to prove your point. Oh yeah, where? So finish? Okay, no, go ahead. You done? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, Will, he a trip though because he got some good takes. He's got the lists where he be doing like top 5 worst.
Oh yeah, I love them shits, bro.
Top 5 worst R&B rapper
top
outfits.
5 worst co-stars with Denzel. Another one was top 5 most handsome women.
Handsome women. Yeah. Yo, back you up, son.
Yeah,
back you up. Back him up.
Yeah, and he's got a catchphrase, all that shit. So like,
that was tight. He'll be back. I think he'll be back.
Yeah, I would have liked to do a solo interview, but that, you know, for content purposes.
It just happened to happen that day.
The matchups work, you know what I mean?
It just happened to happen. It actually wasn't supposed to happen like that. We had each interview scheduled separately, but it just so happened that they could fall through on the same day. And we actually started talking to 607, 107.
607.
101.5. Light FM. 103.5 to beat 107. And yeah, they both came through on the same fucking day, which was kind of dope. But I think we put Will Mills in the room with Sukiyana, and we're gonna have some wild conversation. Like, you know, little things like that. He can mix and blend.
You've seen Sukiyana is now with Bobby Althoff. Like,
I mean, yeah, they did that a while ago, man.
No, I'm saying like they now they're doing pods together. Suki is her
official, basically.
Suki's her official co-host.
Yeah, that's tight. I love that for her though. Yeah. That's perfect for her. That's good exposure. It's a good crowd. I think a lot of people are still yet to discover Suki and her talent and her humor. Yeah. And just her sense of where she's at in the conversation and the flow. And like, you know, with Bobby, she just has a lot of fun because they can both play loosely on the subject. Right. And still talk about things above people. Right. So like the 3 of us will be in a room, but them 2 are talking about something that Cam Newton is missing. You feel me? Like that kind of conversation. And so it's great to see them interact. And of course, it's a black girl and a white girl. So that alone is funny. And she got long fingernails. She gonna make Bobby get the long fingernails. Yeah. You feel me? So it's a good show. It's a good show.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, but we gonna wrap it up for real this time.
Yay.
Appreciate you, Kato.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know when. I think our next interview is sometime this week. We're not gonna drop.
Apparently.
We're supposed to have one on Thursday, actually.
Oh Lord.
But we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's never a dull moment here on the Danza Project. Stay tuned. Appreciate y'all for rocking out with us, man. Kato.
Yeah, man, we out of here. If y'all didn't already, follow us on Instagram. It's the Danza Project, THEDANZAPROJECT. And then mine, of course, is AYEOKATO, AO. And
I am Mr_Magic_Miami.
Magic with a K, baby.
Magic with a K, MAGIK, right? So Mr_MAGIK_Magic_Miami.
Now, y'all be safe.